morning and welcome to TryHard Reading Corner 22. I don't even have to do this anymore because it's the exact same. I hope you're doing well. I have added some lemons. Do you see them? Boop, right up there. Because when life gives you lemons, you paint them. Or at least that's how I handle it. I hope you guys are rocking this quarantine. I am doing my best and trying to. Sitting in my comfy grandma's chair, it made me think of another chair and a story that goes with the chair, and I'm going to tell you just the story that goes with the chair from my perspective, because there are multiple interpretations of what went down. Okay, so let me lay this out for you. I call my grandpa Pa. It's a wonderful nickname. I established it. All the younger grandchildren followed suit, but we call him Pa. Okay, Pa is my mom's dad, and my mom has a lot of siblings, and two of her younger siblings were 4 and 2 years older than me. So it was almost like they were like my bigger brothers than my uncles. And my uncles were Drew and Christian, okay? So growing up, we were the three amigos. We'd get into trouble. I would just be chasing them as they would go doing fun stuff and playing, and we were living the dream. Now, Pa lives on a farm, so that's important to remember for the story. So whenever we went to the farm, me and my uncles would just run around and cause havoc and everything like that. Now, Pa was a farmer and worked very, very hard, long days. Farm life is a rough life. Like, they put so many hours and so much into it. So when they get home, they are exhausted. Now, in the front sitting area, there was like the dining room table, and it was like kind of like a kitchen hangout space. It was really fun. And there would be like stools, which is like for the kids, probably the most uncomfortable seat in the house. And then there were kind of like the chairs that just go around a table. And then in the corner was Pa's recliner. Easily the best seat in the house, okay? It was amazing. But growing up, it was always established that once Pa walked into the room, you got out of his chair and he sat down because he earned it, he paid for it, that's his spot, and that's how it was. That was Pa's chair. But if Pa was not in the room, it was up for grabs. Anybody could have it. That's fine. You know, he's not, you know, some big chair policeman. He'll let you sit in his chair, just not when he's around. So usually the pecking order would kind of fall into place of like whoever is taller, stronger, and bigger, they would shove you off the chair and you would just get the chair, you know, things like that. So for me, the littlest one, to be able to get this chair, it was rough. It was hard work, okay? It was not the easiest thing to do. Now, in the summer, there would be times where my mama would let me stay at the farm for like a week or like multiple days, kind of like as a summer break, and I could mess or hang out with my uncles and play and stuff, and it was one of my favorite parts of the summer, easily. And while I was there, I got to like help out on the farm, and so I would do different chores and help Nana, and I helped the boys, and I would, you know, do things around the house and stuff like that to earn my keep. And it was a lot of fun. I loved feeling needed, and I loved like having a job. It was really great. But obviously I don't live on a farm, so I don't know how to do everything. So some of my chores were kind of like the lighter things that they kind of thought through, and they're like, she can't break anything or mess up, so she can do these things, right? Whatever. But they were oftentimes like the quicker chores, because the boys, since they lived on the farm, they knew how to handle equipment and tools and things like that. So they would be out working and whatever. So usually like late morning, we all would be like getting started and working and doing our things. And then since mine were the shorter chores, I would be able to get back into the house sooner. And it's summer, it's hot, we're all dying. So when I got to the house, the boys were still working, and I had a precious opportunity, okay? No one had claimed the chair. Pa's working, everybody's working, I'm back in the house, no one's there to fight me off. I got the chair. It's awesome. And so, so I was so proud of myself. I was sitting in the chair, rocking. I was just like, this is the life. I understand why Pa loves this chair. Look at me. I never get to sit here. This is awesome. All these fun things. And when we were little, like if somebody came in, they would like just yank you off. But we were at this stage where like we were tweens and teens at the time, and so it wasn't appropriate to be, you know, roughing it up for a chair. So oftentimes, if somebody would come in, aside from Pa, they'd be like, I should be in that chair, you shouldn't be in that chair, and you kind of like playfully bicker, but like you could still have the chair. So I was very happy. So I'm sitting in the chair, loving life. I think I'm watching Family Feud, and the boys walk in, and I remember both of them looking at me like, you got the chair? Oh my goodness. And so they sat in the uncomfortable chairs, and they're sitting and they're hanging out and they're annoyed. And I feel like Drew, the older one, he was like pestering me to get out, but I was like, no, it's mine. I got here first. It's mine. La la la. And so I think they were both annoyed with me, but Drew was especially like the nerve of this girl. And so whenever I was out on the farm for these breaks, my mama would call me probably about once a day and just be like, how you doing? Are you being nice? Are you having good manners? Are you know, doing your dishes? You know, just checking on me and see what I was doing and having fun and stuff. And I've told you before, when I watch TV, it is straight up tunnel vision, okay? Like, it takes a lot for me to not hone in, but it's because I think it's a superpower. I can literally block everything out. I really can. I'm pretty good at it. But this led to my demise in this story, so you'll hear. So I'm watching Family Feud. I'm loving Steve Harvey. It's getting good. And all of a sudden, Drew pops out of his seat, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm watching Family Feud. He grabs the phone, and he's like, it's your mom. And I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm like, oh, bring it to me. And he's like, no, you need to come get it. And I really didn't think of it, but there is this universal rule where when your butt is out of the chair, it's up for grabs. So me not thinking about it and me being like, oh, I got dogged to mama. I bounced out of my chair and I went and I grabbed the phone. I'm like, Mama, hello? Mom? And then I like look at the phone and I look at Drew and I'm like, she's not here. And do you know where Drew is? Happily rocking his chair, smiling at me. There was no phone call. He said my mom called and knows my tunnel vision, and I fell for it, and the punk stole my chair. I was like, oh, you get out, that's not fair, that's not fair. Christian's just laughing. He's just like, you two, this is ridiculous. Also, he's laughing at me. That's pretty embarrassing. But, like, it's my mama. If I don't go to the phone, I might get in trouble. Like, I was in a pickle for sure. It was the worst. So I then had to like sit on my stool. I'm just like looking at Drew. I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this actually happened. So later in the evening, I think we went back out and did some stuff or whatever, and I had the exact same opportunity. They were gone. No one was there. The chair's free. It's mine. It's my chair. And so I sit down, I'm like, yes, it's back. I love it. It's better than the first time. My goodness. And they walk in and they see me and they're just like, whatever. And I'm really honed in on Family Feud. I watched a lot of Family Feud in the summertime. It was Game Show Network. Have you ever seen that? That's a show you won't get tired of. Do you know what I mean? It was good. So I'm watching, I'm hanging out. And then Drew walks by and he's like, it's your mom. You need to get this. And I was like half watching, so I like got out. I grabbed the phone. I'm like, hey, Mama, you'll never guess what Drew did to me earlier today. Mama? And that sneak was back in the chair, rocking it, smiling at me like, gotcha again. Now here's the story. Here's the point of this story. Number one, I might be the oldest in my family, but younger siblings, I get it, okay? My uncles taught me how to be a little sister and taught me the struggles in life. I had a very unique childhood because I was both the younger and the older at points. So I know what it's like to have pestering older siblings, and I feel for you. I have compassion towards you. Number two, the first time was cruel. You know, he used my weaknesses against me. The second time, that's my fault. I own it. That was pretty bad. But I thought, like, oh, well, Mama hasn't called you. My thought process was good. It's just my uncle was 2 steps ahead of me. Now, granted, there there are moments in my childhood when I am victorious. Don't feel bad for little Miss Johnson, you know. But they love that story. Oh my goodness. I think at least once a year. And Christian loves it too. I think Christian likes it the most because he like witnessed it happen. And he died the second time. He's like, you should have learned from the first time. And I didn't. But Christian loves telling that story. And I'm a good sport. I'll laugh along because you know what? Like when you mess up or you make a mistake or you really embarrass yourself in the moment, it's not fun. You know, it's not enjoyable. But I always tell myself, this will make for a great story someday. And you guys have been a witness to that with my Tic Tacs, my dishwasher, and now my Pa's chair. And to this day, Pa has a chair, and I respect that. And you know what? I want to be adult someday enough where this is kind of like my Pa's chair. This is Miss Johnson's chair. That's pretty good. Does this not look so comfortable? It's very squeaky, but it's the best. But yeah, everybody should have a chair. That's when you've peaked in life. You know you made it if you got your own chair, you know? So yeah, that's the Pa chair story. I'm embarrassed, but those crafty, crafty uncles, I tell ya. Okay, so I found another little golden book. These are the backs that I'm more used to. Do you remember? Or you don't, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember me talking about this? We got Thomas the Choo Choo, Bert Ernie, Bambi, Spot. Do you even know who Spot is? We got a lot of things going on. But this is a Sesame Street one. So this will be good. It has Cookie Monster on it, so I'm like excited. Here, scoot up. Okay, I'll scoot up. This is me Cookie. I honestly forgot, but I know it was cute because this is baby Cookie Monster and he's so proud. I will show you pictures, do not stress. Also, I don't know, my hair just has attitude. It talks back and it's just like, I'm not doing what you want me to do today, and just does not follow instructions very well. So, let us read. I will show pictures. One spring morning, a little blue monster was born. He was soft and furry and not much bigger than a loaf of bread. The sweet smell from the bakery drifted through the open window in the nursery. That smells like cookies baking, said one of the nurses. The little newborn smiled. Coo, he said. What a clever little monster, said the nurse. I think he's trying to say cookie. Look at him. Look at the little baby Bert and Ernie. Please tell me you guys know who Bert and Ernie are. Look how cute. That clever little monster was a happy baby. He smiled and gurgled and liked to play with his toes. He was also a good eater and always drank his bottle down to the very last drop. Look at the baby. Baby Monster's favorite sound was coo, and he said it nearly all the time. Someone thought he was trying to say cool. Someone else thought he was trying to say coop. But he tried again and again and again until one day he said the whole word, kooky, he said. He's got his priorities straight. He knows what's up. From that day on, cookie was Baby Monster's favorite word, and cookies, of course, were his favorite food. Me cookie was the first thing he said when he woke up in the morning. Me cookie was the last thing he said when he was tucked in his crib at night. Look at his little stuffed pig. Look at his eyes. He's so tired. He's like, me too. The little monster grew up quickly. No one had to tell him to clean his plate, although sometimes he had to be reminded not to eat the plate. No, no, Baby Monster, said the babysitter. Me cookie, he answered. No cookies now, said the babysitter. It's time for your bath. Baby Monster liked bath time. He soon learned that soap did not taste like cookies. Look at the baby. It wasn't long before Baby Monster learned how to walk. He took his very first step towards the cookie jar, but now the little monster had discovered all kinds of ways of getting cookies. Sometimes, just by looking hungry, he could get someone to give him a cookie. Sometimes, he could get a cookie when no one was looking. If all else failed, Baby Monster cried, "Cookie!" as loud as he could. He's a sneaky baby. Baby Monster liked many other kinds of foods besides cookies. One time, he pulled up all the carrots in the neighbor's garden and ate every one of them. No, no, baby monster, said the neighbor when she saw what he had done. Me cookie, said the little monster. Oh, all right, said the neighbor. She went inside and got him a cookie. Dang, he ate all her vegetables and she's still giving him cookies. I want to live in this neighborhood. They feed you. It wasn't long before Baby Monster could say all the kinds of words. Cake, said the little monster. Apple, ice cream, broccoli, pizza. Baby Monster liked nursery rhymes. His favorite was Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater, and he liked Little Miss Muffet too, and wondered what curds and whey tasted like. He loves himself some food. At Baby Monster's birthday party, he ate the birthday cake all by himself. At Ernie's birthday party, he ate Ernie's cake all by himself. It soon became clear that Baby Monster was at a party. There had to be 2 cakes, one for Baby Monster and one for everyone else. What a little party animal. Baby Monster grew to be a big little monster. His favorite toy was his play kitchen. His favorite place in the park was the sandbox. He liked to make sand cakes and sand pies and sandwiches. He was a very happy little monster except for one thing, and that was his name. Every time someone called him baby, he would say, me cookie. Sometimes he would get a cookie and sometimes he wouldn't, but each time he would think, oh brother, why do they not understand? Oh, little baby. One day, out of the blue, Baby Monster decided to say something drastic. When his babysitter called him baby, he said, me cookie, just as he always did. But this time when he was handed a cookie, he shook his head and said, no. No? Cried the babysitter. Are you feeling all right? Me feel fine, but me not Baby Monster, me Cookie Monster. Oh, I get it. Cookie Monster is your name, said the babysitter. At last someone get it, said the happy Cookie Monster, and he grabbed the cookie and gobbled it down. And to this day, no one has ever called that furry blue monster anything but Cookie Monster. Okay, I remember why I like this book. It's so cute. But like, what if, I just had this idea, what if babies named themselves and like they use the Cookie Monster for, me Miss Johnson. You're like, oh, you want me called Miss Johnson? Okay, I see. But like, I don't know where I went with that, but I just imagine all these babies being like, me Amanda, me Timmy. So how about this? I challenge you to talk in Cookie Monster to your family and see if anybody's like, why are you talking like Cookie Monster? You might run into the problem that they think you're Yoda, but if you're bored, oh wow, I'm losing it, aren't I? Well, I hope you enjoyed me cookie, because I did. I miss you, I love you, I care about you, I'm thinking about you, you're the bomb.com. And I'm proud of you and I'm praying for you. And I miss you. I wish I could talk Cookie Monster to your faces. But I'm just going to post a video and publicly shame myself. Oh, it'll last forever. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you guys.